Hey yo, Tavern Terra, welcome back to the show. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Click that bell button somewhere on this page. Is somewhere probably right here or right here. Wherever David decides to put it, that's where it is. But make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend that tells a friend, you know what I mean? And we're gonna get it popping. Let's get into the show. You feel me? Let's go.
Yeah, good looking out there. Yeah, ha, it's Flav, you heard? Check it, I had to get what I earned. It's my turn. Welcome to the show. It's Trenton's Tavern. Yeah, ha, that's how we doing it. Welcome to the show, y'all. Enjoy.
It's time to get serious.
Hey, I don't know if I can concentrate with you like this.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to. Because this the vibes today. We outside. We not actually outside, we inside, but we outside. You feel me? It's Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the show. Y'all know what it is. It's Trenton's Tavern, baby.
What's going down?
We back with another one like we told y'all we would be. We getting back into the groove. I feel it. We getting back into the groove. And it feels good too. But welcome back to the show, man. It's been a whole week, maybe 2 weeks since y'all seen us.
I think it's been 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks, which is cool. That's more consistent for us, you know what I mean?
It has been 2 weeks because I worked last week. So, yeah.
So we didn't record. Yeah, so it's been a whole 2
2
weeks. I know y'all miss us because we miss y'all. Anyway, I don't know if I should I keep the shades on? I'm going to take them off for this one.
Okay.
I'm going to take them off for this one.
All right. So let's get into it.
Topic of the day. We about to get it popping. So it's been about, what we say, 2 weeks, right? Since the last episode?
It's been 2 weeks.
All right, so it's been about 2 weeks since the last episode. If you have not already seen the last episode, stop it, pause it, go watch that one, then come back and watch this one. Anyways, if you have watched it, we talked about the whole Roe versus Wade overturning of the abortion, making it illegal and all of that good stuff, right? And we both had our opinions about it with stipulations. So I said, it's not that I wasn't against it. I just feel like if you just out here having sex, you know what I mean, and you keep getting pregnant, I don't feel like you should be able to get an abortion. Now, if you get raped or something, I do feel like you should be able to get an abortion. And when did this happen? Maybe this past weekend?
So the abortion thing, we didn't do that too. That was like a month ago when we talked about it. That was the episode before.
Okay.
So that was like a month ago, but I want to say it was like it was either the very next week or week after that while we were recording the last episode. That's when the shit happened with the 10-year-old.
That's when so
I think it happened literally while we were recording because we recorded that Friday and the shit then was all over like the whole thing went viral or whatever that Monday, I think. So it was that whole thing.
that happened in Ohio too, right? Because they had to go to Kentucky.
It was somewhere here in the Midwest. No, she went to Indiana, I think.
She went to Indiana.
Indiana, it was somewhere here in the Midwest. I don't know if she was
Ohio man, yeah, that's what it said.
Yeah, so
Ohio man, yeah, it happened here in Ohio. A 10-year-old got raped and she got pregnant, and she had to go to Indiana to get an abortion because apparently it's still legal in Indiana or in some states.
it's still legal. I was gonna say it's still legal in some states.
And Indiana is one. So that's what I was saying. I'm only bringing it back up to say that's the type of situation that I do feel like they should be, like, women should be able to get an abortion because this is a 10-year-old girl. Like, what is she about to do with a baby? You know what I mean? Like, how did that even happen? You know what I mean? And she got raped. So it's like, what's she supposed to do, yo? Like, y'all really can't expect a 10-year-old to carry on a full baby. She's a kid. So this is the type of stuff that I think it should be allowed in every state. You know what I mean? Like, or that should be in the bill. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but how is it possible that some states can keep it and some can't? Like, what makes that? How is that possible?
I think eventually all states will have to comply. I don't know what the actual date or really how.
Because I think it's still legal in Cali too.
They'll eventually. Well, it's the same thing with weed legal in some states and some it ain't. At this point, I could kind of care less, but what happened to her, to me, is the reason they should have just left it alone in the first place. Because that's all you're going to do. Because people are still going to fuck around and do what they do, and accidental pregnancies and shit like that, regardless whether it's from rape or a consensual outing. Shit's still going to happen, and people they're gonna find a state that can do it. You might see motherfuckers going overseas, like all these motherfuckers getting these BBLs and getting their teeth worked on and shit. They just go overseas and get it done. But either way, like she's a prime example of why you don't touch it. And under the decision, because of what they reversed, there's no help for her, and that's bullshit. So, like, there was no reason they needed to touch it. Not with everything else going on in the world.
Okay, so do you believe that the theory is they was doing that because of the white race becoming minority in the next 5 to 10 years?
You really went there with that one.
I'm just asking.
The reason I say that is because I read something like that. I am not one of them people that think everything is some racist conspiracy. I'm not saying you are, but I read something online from I don't know the guy's name. I don't even know why I follow his page. I think I follow his page because I get entertained by it. But that was some shit. To answer your question, no. I don't. No, I don't think. Just no. I don't want to call another person's opinion ignorant, but that they don't have to worry about becoming extinct. Because first of all, out of the whole population, we don't make up that much, if you're truthful about it. So,
who is we?
Black folks.
What you mean?
If you gather all the people in the world, like I think in America, I think we're only like 30%. That means 70% is everybody else.
That's cap, though.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Okay.
I don't believe that stuff. I don't believe that type of stuff.
Okay, fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, because they don't like to give us power for nothing.
Well,
so they could smudge the numbers to just always make us feel.
There's nothing to smudge because at the end, who the fuck I don't care.
Me either.
But to go to that extreme, because there are people that think like that, and to me, people that think like that, you got too much fucking time on your hands. I'm sorry. You got too much time on your hands. I'm not saying racism don't exist or nothing, but that's a motherfucking stretch. Because here's the thing, that in itself, here's the reason why that don't work for me. Because that doesn't just affect one race. That affects everybody. Doesn't just affect us.
What if
you watch all these little shows like on MTV? What's the young teen and pregnant, whatever, or pregnant and young, whatever the fuck it's called? You got 7 cast members on there. Only one of them's black.
Hey, listen.
All the other 6 are white. That's what so to me that.
Listen.
If somebody wants to think that's their business, I'm not even going. You want to talk about it, you can. I'm not even going to entertain that aspect. There's enough real racist problems going on that we can discuss than to me something coming from left field. Because as far as extinction goes, if you want to be real about it, we don't need white people to do that. We're doing that to ourselves. So, like, if you want to have that discussion, let's have it. That left wing shit that you just said, yeah. If you, I'm not even going there with that. I can't do it.
I was just asking.
No, because I hate, and we've talked about this before. Sometimes shit is not about race.
Absolutely.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fool. Because there are some black people out here that say racism don't exist. I don't know why they think that. I'm not a fool. There are clear-cut cases where, yeah, it's a racist issue. But everything is not always based upon that. A lot of times shit is just based on a person's actions. Pure and simple. But people that want to think like that not doing it. No.
You did it though.
Cause that's just
you just went crazy and said you're not gonna go crazy.
I fucking hate that. It's like when somebody get fired from their job. They fired because I was black. No, nigga, you ain't come to work. You ain't come to work. You don't come to work, get fired. How does that make your boss racist?
Because I'm black.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah, bullshit is bullshit. To answer your question, no, I don't think that's it. I think if anything, now if you want to put a racial spin on it, just like with rap music back in the day, they didn't care about rap music until it started getting played in the suburbs. That's when they went after 2 Live Crew and all them wanted to censor everything. I don't think they cared about abortions really, as long as it was just coming from this side. Maybe it started hitting their side, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. You see, we can scare our young ones into not fuck. I mean, because like I said, this don't just affect us. I'll be willing to entertain that if this somehow just affected minorities. But it does. Part of this, that 10-year-old girl, that's the reason and she was a sexual assault victim. I don't think it was a consensual, it wasn't a consensual thing she did. That's the reason they had no point touching this. And like I said, I still don't know what brought this up. You know, 60 years later, we're bringing up Roe versus Wade. It was a white woman that started this shit.
That was wild too. Like just out of the blue too.
Maybe that's why.
It wasn't nothing else like y'all that they had to.
There's plenty of other shit we could be focused
mad
on.
Other stuff, yo. Mad other stuff. That was crazy, but all right.
But she's the reason. She is a prime example. At least the first one that has publicly came out. She is a prime example of why you had no reason to touch this. I'll be the first to tell you, like, if something happened to one of my daughters, like what happened to her, I don't care if I got to drive to Colorado. I don't care if I got to leave the country. Guess what? They going. I'm not forcing my child. You get the fuck out of here. I'll happily do time for that. I'm not.
All right, we moving on.
Because that's just.
All right, we moving on. Okay, so since we talking about kids and stupidness, there's a trend going around on TikTok where the parents goes and interrupts this kid's day and tell them to put your shoes on because I'm about to go fight somebody and they got a son or daughter your age, and if they jump in, you're gonna have to fight them too. They doing it on everybody, and I don't care about them doing it on the adults, but the kids is where my issue comes into play, because I don't think these parents know that this generation that I'm seeing these, because these are young kids. I'm seeing like all of the ones that I was bothered by, all of the kids was probably younger than 10 years old. All of them had to have been younger than, no older than 10 years old. And my problem is these parents don't know that they it's not the same as when they was growing up. You know what I mean? Like, I know they say it like just in speaking, and I don't have kids, but I was just thinking about if it was my niece or nephew or something. You know what I mean? And seeing them react this way. So most of the ones that I've seen, when they tell them to put their shoes on, they like, why? Like, Mama, I don't want to go fight. Like, this is not going to be a good fight. Like, they scared, like shaking. The one kid was like, Dad, I don't. All I do is sit in the house and play video games. Like, I can't fight. He's like, no, yes you can. Put your shoes on. He's like, okay, Dad, but this is not going to be a good fight.
I felt bad for that kid.
He was shaking.
Yeah,
he was shaking. And that's the one right there that tugged on me, because I'm like, why do they think that this is funny, traumatizing these kids like this?
But, I don't mean to cut you off, but just in reference to that one, that particular kid, that can be a teachable moment. Only in the terms of, as that kid's father or whoever. I'm not necessarily saying that he needs to learn how to fight, but you at least need to make sure that kid can defend himself. Because the sad thing is, like, if something were to happen to that kid right now, I don't think he knows how to defend himself. So that's a teachable moment. I hate that it went viral and got exposed like that, because had I been that kid's parent and saw that, even if I recorded, I'd have never posted that shit. Because now, to me, in my mind, you've made that kid a target. Because now, people might fuck with him on purpose because they think he's a little punk. And you put a target on your kid's back that didn't need to be there. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for your kids to be sheltered, because with what's going on in the world, if he likes sitting in the house, and which the kid looked like, then there's nothing wrong with being a nerd, but, you know, like, comes across as a little brainiac kid. If that's what works for him, that's fine. But you need to take that moment, like I said, I ain't saying teach him how to kill people or to hurt him, but you need to know if he gets in a situation that he can get himself out of it.
Right.
So I think that one can be a teachable moment. I hate that the father posted it. And, like, if they're married or whatever, the wife or somebody's just like, well, it's too late now, but the minute they saw it, they like, you need to take that off.
Anybody that's
like,
close to him.
That's not a good look. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I
wanted to say that about
you. Good, because that was the reason that I wanted to bring it up, because, like I said, I don't have kids, so I never even seen or thought about it like he just put a target on that kid's back.
Let me tell you something. I get to fight with somebody and their kid jump in. Guess what? I'm fucking their kid up too. Because for one, you put yourself in adult business, and when I was coming up, that's why you had the grown-up table and the kids table.
Yo,
I'm being serious. I'm fucking your kid up.
Yo, what's up with you and kids, Brody?
Ain't nothing up with me and
This
kids.
is the second time. And now everybody asking me when we getting fuck them kids shirts. Because of you.
But if I'm in the middle of fighting, your kid try to jump in. Now, you gonna take one. I might not fuck you up the same way I'm fucking that person up because you a kid, but you gonna take something.
Yo, what is up with you and kids, my boy?
Because a lot of these kids nowadays don't know how to stay in their place. Parents is making them grow up too fast. They all sassy and talking shit. TikTok and all this shit got them all fucked up. They need to remember who they are.
And
there's levels to this shit.
And you're gonna hit them. You're gonna hit a kid.
If I'm in the middle
this
of fighting,
is a 10-year-old kid.
I don't give a fuck. If I'm in the middle of fighting and this kid rushed me, you have to think about what you're asking. You in the middle of fighting, adrenaline is flowing, you wilding. That kid, I ain't saying I'm gonna punch the kid, knock him out. I'm gonna shove the shit out of him, though. Run up on me, back up, little thing. Like, you got no business over here.
You going to jail?
Huh?
You're going to jail.
No, that's self-defense.
You're going to jail.
Hey, I go. I'm fucking the kid
You're
up.
going to jail.
I don't care. Fuck that. Kids need to stay in their place.
And Robbie gonna come get you.
Fine.
You gonna fight him too?
If I have to, yeah. Fuck that. Kid ain't got no business being in a fight with a parent.
It's a fact.
Now,
kids be like that though.
Now let's say if the parent is getting jumped or something, you just going in trying to help him. But I'm not bringing my kid to a fight.
Or making them put their shoes on.
I'm not doing that.
For them to come and fight.
I'm not encouraging that shit.
Yeah, that's
not for me. I'm grown. I'm the one making this decision. My job is to protect that kid.
Word is
but if I'm in the middle of fighting, Yeah, your kid try to swole up on me like they grown. Guess what? I'm fucking your kid up. You got to understand, I grew up in a time when you was allowed to get ass whoopings from the next door neighbors. Like if your parents wasn't home and you was outside fucking up.
My mom would never.
See, that's what I said. There was no such thing as child abuse when I was growing up.
My mom would never let no neighbors whoop us.
See?
Discipline, maybe, like tell us to sit down or you stop that or yell.
Black
or
folks
something.
believe in, some black folks, they believe in community ass whoopings.
My family, yeah, but not just no random.
She wasn't a random neighbor. She had been there like 30 years, just like she was there when I was born. Old Miss Eula. Eula fucked me up one day.
Eula.
That was her name.
Eula.
Yeah, but I'm fucking your kid up. I'm in the middle of fighting, your kid try to roll up on me, he gonna catch one. Child need to stay in his place, man. Sorry.
Okay, so say these kids
See me like.
say these kids go back to school and just start fighting people. Parents to blame?
I think so to a degree because you encourage it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
You encourage it.
If your kid was taught to defend themselves, you know what I mean? If somebody hits you, you hit them back, or blah blah blah, defend yourself like this, like that. But you know what I mean? That's the only way they was gonna fight.
These kids nowadays, in some ways, got too much protection. I don't know if you remember, it was 2 or 3 years ago. What's this, 2022? Might have been 4 years ago. I think this was in 2018 or 20. There was a lady, there was a teacher. The video went viral. Teacher in Philadelphia went to discipline a student because she was getting, this black teacher, she was getting into it with another girl. Teacher was trying to break up the fight. The little girl with her sassy self got to talking shit to the teacher. Teacher reminded her, like, hey, I'm a grown up, you need to chill, calm down. Teacher was like, come on, let's go to the office. Typical kid that take your hands off. Hey, well, come on, let's go. Kid then takes a book bag, swings at the teacher, and not know, I mean, you could tell the book bag was full. The bitch had everything in there, the notebooks, the science book, everything. It's the teacher upside of the head with a book bag.
See, I'm defending myself. At that point.
Teacher comes back, two-pieced her. She hit that teacher came back, pop, pop. Nice little two-piece. They fired the teacher. The girl got suspended. She didn't even get expelled. She got suspended. They fired the teacher. To me, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why I say I will fuck a kid up. Because now, if the teacher was doing some unprovoked shit, I'd be on the kid's side. The kid had no reason to swing on that teacher. But you, as an employer, you don't have a right to tell that, like, you ain't supposed to hit that kid. That book bag, the fact it was loaded, in my mind, that's a weapon at that point. And I was on the teacher's side, and I thought it was fucked up. They did that to that one. I think she ended up suing them and got some money, too. But yeah, they fired her. And I thought that was bullshit.
Yeah, it is, because what if she would have cracked her head?
And everybody, all these, that's what I said, these kids got too much protection. She was only 15. Fuck that.
Yeah.
She wasn't too young to swing.
Yeah.
Her loaded book bag.
Word.
Fuck that.
And these kids mad big today. They're just like adults.
It's almost like when you, there's a pecking order. There are levels to shit for you to get to adulthood. Now, I do think in some situations, and maybe it's because of circumstances, that maybe some parents, like especially single parent households, certain kids, like maybe the older one, whatever, they're kind of forced to grow up fast. And I get sometimes that happens. I think there are other situations where the parents are just making them do that because they lazy and really don't want to be a parent. That's just my opinion. You want them to grow up fast to take more weight off you. That's not their job. Right. You the parent. But even with that, I'm saying a lot of these kids are so entitled.
Yeah.
And think every now and then the fucking kid needs to be put in their place. Yeah, to answer your question, if I'm in the middle of a fight and the person's kid roll up, they taking one.
I should have known.
You mean to tell me if you in a true blue fight?
I should have known.
You in a true blue fight, 12, 13, 14-year-old come up, take a swing at you, you ain't at least gonna push them?
Okay, but
you ain't at least gonna push
Okay,
him.
listen, here's the thing.
You ain't at least gonna push them. You ain't at least gonna push
Look,
him.
here's the thing.
Answer the question, nigga.
I'm
You answer the question. You at least go
I was
push.
trying to answer the question. Listen, we wasn't talking about that age. We wasn't talking about 15. We was talking because
All them kids in them trends ain't no 10 years old. A lot of them kids is teenage. You don't have kids.
I said the ones 10 and under. I said the ones 10 and under. That's
I'll tell
what
you
we was
what, the
talking
ones
about.
10 and under, I'd push. Them teenagers. Hey, them teenagers, they gonna take one. I'm sorry. They gonna fucking take one. I don't care. They gonna take one.
Yo, you crazy.
No, I'm not.
That's funny.
That's the problem with these kids,
Nah,
man.
they
think they too grown.
They think they too grown. They're entitled, and they're really weak. Like they're really weak.
What is it now? You a grandparent when you like what, 30? For some
Yeah.
people, like
Really? That's
no, I agree with you. I think it's a dumbass trend.
It is
I don't
a
know
dumbass
why it's. I don't know why it's catching on with people. I do and I don't. Because there have been a couple I kind of chuckled at, like when it first came out. But it was like the more they came out, I just got to thinking like you, like this is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But people are entertained by same thing with that tortilla shit. I'm not letting you smack me in the face with a tortilla.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. But
You know what trips me out about that one, especially when it's the husband and wives doing it.
Did you see The Rock and Kevin
Now that
Hart?
one was funny.
That shit was hilarious.
That being said, I'm still tight as me and you are. We're not doing no tortilla challenge.
Nah, I
wouldn't do one.
I don't
with,
let people play them on
that one. I don't like that one. And I don't think
smack me in my face.
I don't think that dad never should have posted that one. But yeah, that one with the kid like. Nah, I would have never put my son. I'd have never put that on there. Not the way that little boy was shaking. That little boy was traumatized.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna ask you. So how much of the social media likes whatever plays a role in that shit? Do you think? How big is that?
I think it plays a huge part because if people weren't liking and retweeting and reposting, it doesn't go viral.
Here's the thing too. I know everybody is different. I know people gonna have different reactions. But how crazy is it that people do the same exact thing? The same exact thing, yo.
Some shit's funnier when other people do it, or you just want the reaction that people just want to see what reaction they would get.
But if a comedian takes another comedian's joke and don't recognize him,
That's different. That's like that's a little different.
that's different.
Yeah, it's like a singer taking another person's already recorded and put out their song. You're not making a living from this trend.
They could be.
And that's why people are getting sued about that shit.
They could be.
And some of those TikTokers that are actually to where like that's their livelihood. They got copyrights, like they suing motherfuckers for that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a catch-22. Everything repeats itself in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, like somebody gonna watch, they gonna see this hoodie you got on. I like that hoodie. Now they go out and buy this hoodie. It's not necessarily that they're copying you. They just like the fucking hoodie. And you know, you don't make no money off of this hoodie. This is not a livelihood thing for you.
right.
It's just a hoodie. Just like it can be a hoodie to somebody else. Just because you wore it first don't mean shit. Everything's in cycles. Like everything repeats itself in one way or the other. Because the only way something can go viral or even become it has to get so many likes, retweets, replays, views, all that bullshit. You have to remember, for some people,
feel like it's not original though.
well, it can only be original once.
Exactly my point. So I feel like, I mean, you can't tell nobody what to do, but I feel like, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. The way that I look at social media is just weird to me. It is a weird place.
That one is
bad, man.
And then here's the other thing: you missed the chance. Like
That one is bad.
you can get your kid fucked with their kids. I said somebody might want to fuck their kid up. Is what I said. Got your kid on there acting bad. You gonna get your kid fucked up
Yeah,
for
that's
nothing.
wild, yo.
That's why I said that kid with that little boy got that little boy. There's bullies in school waiting on that motherfucker
Waiting.
just to fuck with him to get that reaction. That's the sad thing. They don't even really want to hit him or nothing. They just want to scare him enough to get that fucking reaction. I hope he put that kid in a karate class or something.
Yeah.
You need to have that kid in the basement or something. Putting some work in. I'm telling you, because there's somebody waiting on that little kid. I feel sorry for him. I'm serious, man. I feel bad for him.
It's not funny.
It is and it ain't.
Not back on now, right? All the seriousness is gone. It's a wrap for that. You ready?
Yeah.
For part 2, Confessions from 2. Hey, real quick, who wins out of Usher and Chris Brown versus? And you better say the right thing too.
Well, I already know who you gonna say.
You better say the right thing.
I'm gonna go Usher, and I'm gonna tell you why. Chris Brown might be a better entertainer. Usher's a better singer. And we've had this debate before. And I'm a Chris Brown fan.
Usher sings better than Chris?
I think so.
I'm not saying that's wrong.
I would. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go with Usher.
Mm-hmm. That was just a little.
See, because just like you basically like you grew up with Chris. I grew up with Usher.
I kind of grew up with Usher.
Because Usher's around my age.
Oh, that's what you mean by grew
That's
up?
what I'm saying. Like it's like
Yeah.
when Chris was coming out, you and him were probably about the same age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You grew up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you ain't know who Usher was, but
Chris,
I'm gonna automatically feel differently.
You can name 20 of Usher's hits. 20 of them. You know why that's so easy? Because Confessions Part 2 album alone has...
That album's classic.
Yeah, that alone has probably 7 to 8 songs on there. That's
Damn near
hits.
the whole fucking
For real,
album.
for real,
I'm thinking there's
for
what
real, for
14 songs on it. Like the whole album, that album, and that'll probably go down as his best one.
Ever.
Like
For sure.
some of Chris Brown's albums. I can't say like some of them. I literally just listened to the whole thing. Now these last two, like this one, and what was the one before? Indigo. What was it called? The one with Heat and all that shit on it. Like these last two. Some of his other ones, like, okay.
No, they are.
Sorry.
All of them fire. I'll let you.
For you. They are.
They are. For everybody.
No, for you.
Not for everybody.
No, you can't say everybody.
Nah, I can say
No, because I'm in the everybody part and you can't speak for me.
Yes, I'm speaking.
No, the
for
fuck you can.
I'm doing it.
No, you're not. You can do it, but you're wrong and it's on record. I am telling you.
I'm doing it.
That's why I don't have none of the shit
down.
downloaded on my phone. I got his last two albums and some of his early songs that I like. I don't have all his shit on
other
there.
albums.
His last two are very good.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to be classics.
Yeah, they are.
Usher's
Okay.
classics, mainly Confession and maybe the...
8701.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like the My Way album, too.
What else was on? What? No, we can talk about that later. My Way wasn't bad.
That was a good album.
That's got
I think My Way was the one that had Nice and Slow.
Yeah. Okay.
8701 that was one that had Burn on it, right? Or was Burn on Confessions? Yeah. 8701 had...
8701 that. And you don't have to come.
Yeah. That Confessions, though.
Hey, even that Raymond versus Raymond was kind of dope.
That one. The Here I Stand album was good, too.
That was decent.
Here I Stand.
He got decent albums.
Here I Stand is one that had
classics, though.
Love in the Club.
Yeah.
Mistakes.
Moving Mountains.
Moving Mountains is my shit.
Trading Places.
I love
That's my shit.
I love Moving Mountains.
Yeah. Climax.
Yep.
That was on that weird joint.
That was on the Raymond versus Raymond, wasn't it? Climax.
It was on the one after that one. It didn't get nothing.
Climax wasn't on the Raymond versus Raymond. What was on Raymond versus Raymond? Daddy's Home and There Goes My Baby. Is that those two? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, in the verses, I think. Yeah, I think that should be good.
So there's a video out, which is why I put these glasses on, because we outside. You feel me? There's a video.
Really just should have paid for all of our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's
You
food.
making
It's
us
your
broke in
birthday,
front of all
cool,
my
but I'm not
friends.
doing that. It's 18 and
Why do T gotta pay for all y'all food though?
you brought 18 friends. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me? You are you?
That
I hope it's fake. I hope that was a fake video.
right? So immediately when I seen it, you know I sent it to Red, and I was like, conversation, because that's what we do, right? Boom. This is how it is for me. This is how it is for me. First of all, I want to know why you thought I was about to pay for you and all of them anyways. Whether you know my financial situation or not, I want to know what made you in your right mind believe that I was about to pay for you and all 18 of your friends. That's number one. Number two, my biggest problem with this whole thing, Red, while she's sitting there saying that, none of these friends stepped out and was like, nah, you ain't gotta worry about me. I got me. Like, I don't need him to pay for me. Like, no, they all back there egging her on, like, yeah, like, don't nobody want to, like,
Didn't one of them call him, bro?
yeah,
one of the
like,
friends in the background call him, bro.
basically they just,
I mean,
like,
she said it too, but I think there
all
was
of them,
one
like,
yeah.
period, like, all of them in the back, like, period, like, so apparently this was after, it had to have been after dinner, because she was mad at him for not paying for everybody. So some way, somehow, you know what I mean, everybody got paid for, they paid for their own way, blah, 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 you know what I mean, like, and she must have told them broads that he was going to pay for them. That's why they was angry that they had to pay for themselves. Now, excuse me, I told y'all, it don't matter where I'm going, it don't matter who it is. I trust some people, you know what I mean? Like, I just know if some people be like, come out here, meet me here, I got you, I know I'll be set. But outside of those people, I don't go nowhere where I cannot pay for myself. Even if I was invited, you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, if it was a guarantee that I wasn't going to need no money for nothing, I don't go nowhere to put myself in that situation to where I'm expecting somebody to do something and then I come up short, now I'm looking crazy. But why didn't none of her friends be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need them to pay for me. Everybody in the back, like, period. Like, period. Why we don't want no broke niggas, period. Like, what?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Are you done?
You go.
So, here's the one thing I will say in her defense.
In her defense?
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
If it was truly that much of a problem with her, that's something you discuss in private. You either wait till y'all get home, to the car, whatever. Now, with that, she's wrong as fuck.
Oh, you saying even
I'm
if
saying
she wanted to talk about it,
I'm saying if it bothered her that bad,
wait till y'all got home.
You need to wait till y'all in private. Away from your friends, away. See, I'm a firm believer in some shit needs to just stay in house.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Everybody don't need to be in your business at all times.
But we live in this generation where people think they need to post everything. But I will say that. That being said, that bitch is out of her damn mind.
She out of her mind.
Yes, I'm calling her a bitch.
She out of her mind.
Let me explain something to it. I had a situation like this happen to me. Wasn't about dinner, but it was about drinks. I'm out kicking it with the fellas. The girl I'm dating at the time, she happens to come into the same bar we're at. with her girlfriends. Now, of the girlfriends she had, it was like 7 or 8 of them. The only one I really knew was her best friend. Now, me and her best friend didn't get along. We ain't like each other, but we were respectful. Okay? So I'm sitting over there, like, she didn't come in there and try to interfere. I'm over here doing my thing. She was over there doing hers. I was actually getting ready, I think me and my set, we was getting ready to leave. I went over to her because her and her friend, they were sitting at one part of the table and everybody else was sitting at the other part. And I was like, yo, I said, hey. I was like, you want a drink? I said, I'm about to bounce. She was like, yeah. And her friend, we'll just say her name is Lori for now. I was like, Lori, what you want? Gotcha. What you got to drink? Sat him on the table, gave her a kiss, was about to go. I get to the door, she comes grabbing me. It's literally what she said. She said, you know, you should have offered to get everybody a drink. I said, for fucking what?
Who's everybody?
The rest of the people that was with her party.
Oh, nah.
I said,
nah.
what? Like, well, it's just rude. I said, and this is literally what I told her. I don't care. I said, let me explain something to you. I got you a drink. I said, now, the only reason I got Lori a drink is because she's your best friend. I said, because I'm going to be real with you. Lori wasn't your best friend. I wouldn't have offered her. They are not my responsibility. And I even told her, I get what you're saying. Maybe it looks like the gentlemanly thing to do. Fine, whatever. I'm not responsible to them. Y'all came in here. I don't care if I told you to come up here and you bring. I am responsible for you. You only. We're the one in this house. You're the one fucking me. I'm responsible to you.
Hey.
Now, as far as old boy with this birthday dinner shit, I agree with everything he said. And I'm mad at some shit he didn't say. I don't care, because I remember in the video she said something like, why did you invite them? It's your birthday. Your friends. I'm letting them know where we're going. That does not make it my responsibility to pay their tab. And I don't know in what world, and I'm going to address that a little later. I don't know why in what world she think that man is only responsible to her. Any of your so-called friends had a problem with that, you should have looked at one of them bitches and said, you need to cash app your mans or whoever you fucking and tell them to break you off if you ain't got it yourself, because I got your rule. I don't care if somebody invites me somewhere or not. I'm going to always make sure I got enough to cover me just in case, because you never know what happens.
Always.
You might get in the fight, some bullshit might happen. You don't know what's going to happen. But for her to have the audacity.
Yeah, that was wicked.
To really, wait a minute, on her, this is your birthday. We're not even arguing about how I'm treating you.
Yep.
You're mad because
I didn't pay
the check for these. And I don't know how many people were really there. Looked like in the video there was about 7, 8 chicks. I don't know if it was really, they said it was 8. I don't know if it was really 18
He
there.
said 18, but
okay.
I think he might have been exaggerating, whatever.
It doesn't
However,
matter.
yeah, it don't matter.
I wouldn't have cared if it was 2.
Yeah,
I am not responsible, because for all we know, it could have been I'm taking Tasha to Mitchell's for a birthday. Y'all want to come? That's y'all's friend. I'm letting you know where I'm taking her. I don't know in what world that puts me on the hook, because I would think 9 times out of 10, like, if it's not her birthday, I'm not inviting none of you chicks no way. I'm doing this for her birthday, which in part, that's why I'm kind of against birthday celebrations like that. Like, if I'm your man with it, me and you gonna go out. We can do something. Maybe you can bring your best friend, or like your 2 best friends or whatever. I'm not inviting 10, 20 people, because I'm not even gonna put myself in that type of position. But she's full of shit. And what makes this more disturbing, now here, I'm about to make you mad. Because you know what? It's not her fault. It's not her fault.
What you mean?
I guarantee you, that particular young lady, she's been with some fool who would have done that because she expected it. That's my issue with it. Because if you listen to everything if you listen to what she was really saying, she just expected that to be done. He's supposed to take care of everybody. So there's two ways to look at that. You could say, maybe she had a father who spoiled her. The reason I don't buy that is because it ain't that spoiling your little girl is one thing. It ain't my job to spoil your friends. Mm-hmm. She has dated somebody who has made her accustomed that believe her whole entourage is supposed to be taken care of. Somebody has made her 2 Chainz said it best. I can't remember what the name of the song is. 2 Chainz said, these hoes is out here acting up and you niggas letting them. It's not her fault in the long run. It's her fault what she did that night. But somebody has put that in her mind. She didn't got that off somewhere before, I guarantee. That ain't the first time she tried that. You can't make me believe that. Somebody put it in her mind because you with me.
Or maybe she used to doing stuff like
it doesn't matter. Someone has led her to believe that that's how he's supposed to handle shit. Because judging by the way he acted, I don't think she got that from him.
Yeah, but she had to have known. Yeah.
No.
She
shit
had,
like that, that's learned behavior, though.
You think so?
Yeah. It is.
I don't know how though, because she had
I can tell you
she had to have known his financial situation.
I can tell you.
And that plays a big part in that.
I can tell you how. Because I know some niggas who would have done that. Now. They got it like that to where they can do that. So to them, money ain't nothing.
Okay.
But you set that chick up for failure. Because if you and her don't work out, like, she's gonna expect that. What she expect, that's not reality. Because I'm gonna tell you something, even if I'm a rich nigga, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. It's not my responsibility. Now, if it was a more intimate setting, like I said, if it's me, you, like your best friend, let's say you got 2 best friends, maybe your 2 best friends, if I got it, maybe I might do it. But you have no right to expect me. That's my problem. But she expected. It's not like she asked and said no. You could tell based off her conversation that she expected him to do that.
Yeah, she did.
That's some learned fucking behavior, though.
And she was like,
and then all the disrespectful shit
like
that her and her friends. If I'm him, I hope. Like, unless she did a hellified apology, I hope they broke up that night. Because he needs to get away from that while he can. Because she needs to grow up.
Yeah, word.
She needs to be hit with some reality and grow the fuck up. And me and you just think different. I give a fuck less about them girls in the back. Because at the end of the day, them girls don't really mean nothing to me. And I'm just being honest. I tolerate them because you my woman. Because for all we know, he might not even like some of those chicks.
That's what I said.
I'm tolerating them because you my woman.
But you gotta care a little bit though.
No. If anything, I could. If you want to call me as my woman, if you want to call me broke, that's one thing. It's disrespectful as fuck. Don't get me wrong. But you saying something to me is one thing. Them in the back, they have no right to say anything. And the minute they started chirping in, she should have turned around to them and said, no, I got this. Because it wasn't until the friend started chirping that his homie started chirping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But she should have, that ain't on him. And like I said, me and you think different. I don't give a fuck what them chicks say. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and say that I don't care if we on here. Fuck them bitches. I don't care what them say. Because if anything, that's making me more mad at you. You are letting them disrespect me.
Yeah, but that's my thing too. If she willing to pull a stunt like that in front of them like that, what they be talking about when I'm, you know what I mean, like when they not around. You know what I mean? Which is why that's
why I'm disagreeing with you.
Why all of them felt entitled just like she did.
That's just some women in general. I don't think they necessarily had to talk about anything. I think they all have that same mindset of just because you a man, you supposed to do.
Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah, there is.
No way.
There is. Because there are women.
I don't know a woman.
There are women who will ask you for money before y'all even go on a date. You know why? Do you know why?
Nah.
Wait a minute. I'll tell you. Because they did that shit with some other simp, and he went ahead and gave it. And they think it's okay. But you tell them no, even if you lie. You can tell them no with a lie, like I ain't got it. You might have it. I ain't got it. Then they got a problem with you because you ain't helping. And this is what we talked about on the last pod, when it's like, at what point, like when is it safe to ask, or when is it safe for a man, if you feeling a shorty like that, just to start, giving and doing. We talked about that. But that's why. I've ran into it several times. I told you the story about one first date I had when the chick brought up her electric bill. This is our first date. You talking to me about your electric bill? And I kept right on eating my steak. Well, I hope you get that taken care of. I kept right on going. And she didn't get a call from me after that. I was done. You do something enough, people get used to it. People get used to it. They come to expect it. And that's why I say I can't put all the blame on her. I put the majority of it on her. But trust me, she didn't date it or dealt with somebody. Or maybe she saw it growing up. I don't know. But she thinks that's what a dude is supposed to do.
Yeah, but enough to embarrass her man right there.
If anything,
that was over before it started, bro.
The only reason we know it was an embarrassing thing, because back to what we talked about earlier, people feel the need to record everything. Because had this not been recorded, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
Right.
So, young brother, I don't know who you are. If somebody who knows you's watching this, I pray.
Word.
Actually, I hope it's like the McDonald's video with the chick with the McDonald's, her and the baby dad. I hope that was fake. I don't believe it was. I hope it was fake, and I hope maybe that was something done. Maybe y'all just wanted to spark a conversation. But if it was true, do yourself a favor. Run right now. Delete. I don't care how good the pussy is. You could find some more. Run right now. Get you something else. You can do better, bro. Yeah. I don't care how much money you make. What you have, don't have. You can do better. Run. Nigga, run.
Yeah, because that's bad business. And she embarrassed you.
He might not be able to finish considering the state he's in.
I don't even know.
He spent all his good time arguing about some shit that we can't even air.
I don't even know what we at. What we doing. Like,
Well, we had another topic, but you decided to said you want.
Alright, chill. I'm back. I play too much. Alright. Yeah, we did have more topics, but
we had at least one more, but he wants to say that
we're not doing it tonight.
He can't hang.
We just can't. I'm hungry, I'm tired, drunk, all of that.
What you gonna eat?
I have no clue. I'll figure something out. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next segment, which is cinema sit down. And Red,
What?
you watch anything?
Started watching the Terminal List
Yes, sir.
on Prime.
Yes, sir.
What else have I watched?
I'm also watching the Terminal List on Prime.
I watched this shit on Netflix called I'm the Butcher of Delhi.
Never seen it.
It just came. I think it came out on Wednesday. It was about this serial killer over in India. This motherfucker was chopping on people's heads and shit. Some fucked up shit. I mean, it's worth a watch if you into that kind of crime docu-series type things. I think I've been in that. I don't really think it's that.
The Gray Man.
Yeah, I haven't
On
watched it
Netflix.
yet.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be like an action movie or something?
That's what it looks like it's some type of spy shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that too. The thing that I'm on right now is Blackbird. Red is going to watch it, so I can't speak on it, but what is the one little docu-series or whatever that was on HBO where the father killed the mistress or whatever? You know what I'm talking about? I can't think about it.
The father killed the mistress.
Yeah. It was like, I can't think of it. It had Nicole Kidman in it. She was the wife.
Oh, that's old. Why are we talking about that?
No, I'm just saying that this.
What the fuck was that called?
Yes.
That was the one with her and Hugh Grant and
Yeah, you can't think about it. I'm saying it was. Blackbird is as good as that.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to compare it to. Not talking about it. I'm just saying if you watch that, this is that good, maybe a little bit better. And you said it's gonna be how much? Six episodes,
so there's only 4 out.
So it's 4 out today, and I'm watching it as soon as you leave.
Oh yeah.
But if you haven't started it, I would recommend that you wait until the 6th episode to just binge watch it because it's pretty good, man. It has the dude that played Richard Jewell, the chubby dude that played Richard Jewell. He's like,
Black Klansman too.
yeah, man.
He's on Cobra Kai too. Now that I think of it.
He is on Cobra Kai.
They always save him like for the last couple episodes.
Yeah, man. I
I'm
like
glad
him
when
as
that
an
comes
actor. But yeah, Blackbird. And I'm also watching All American Homecoming. They just put that on Netflix. So moving on over to Music Loop. Joey Badass came out with 2000. You know Joey Badass? Yeah.
I got one song of his.
Did you hear that? His new
What,
album?
his new one? No.
Yeah. This joint is dope too. That just came out today. Yo, this Danny Lay, my side.
That's my girl.
Okay, but look, Red. This whole all 7 of these songs. This is all about the baby.
It makes me not even want to.
In that situation,
You know what's funny?
this whole album or EP.
Wait a minute. So 7 songs, and it's literally only 19 minutes long. They don't make albums like they used to anymore.
That's all about the baby in that situation.
Did you listen to it?
I listened to it. The
Actually,
whole-
how much? I like Danny Lay.
It's terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's bad.
Oh, okay.
It's bad.
I like Danny Lay.
But listen to it and tell me. Danny Lay, Joey Badass, Mike Miller, Mozzie. Gotta go check it out. We'll move on over to Cheers. Are you gonna take a shot?
No, not of that. No, I'm not.
Take a shot of your beer then.
I'm gonna drink my beer. You ain't got
All right.
This nigga here. Like what?
This is Cheers. Where we just say, all right, well, we'll see you guys on our next go round. We love you.
The next one will be better.
Thank you for the support. Like, comment, continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff.
Oh,
we'll see you on the
shit.
next go round. We're gonna cheers y'all out. Thank you.
Yeah.